Hey everybody, Adam Savage, and I'm at Prop Store in London with Stephen Lane. Hello, sir.
Hey, Adam.
Dude, Elf! This
elves,
is amazing.
elves, actually. Elves.
Two elves.
Yeah, 2003, Jon Favreau. It's a modern Christmas classic, isn't it? This?
It is,
I mean,
like-
everybody loves this film. Who doesn't love this film?
And it was instant. The moment the film comes out, I'm like, oh, we got a new Christmas movie. It was Jon Favreau's second movie. It is full of so much love. I still quote that movie almost weekly. I talk about all sorts of people and say, he was an angry elf.
And he's not a cotton-headed ninny muggins. I got it out! Cotton-headed ninny muggins. That's tough to say, man.
Tell me about this suit. Is this the first time you have is this the first time you've carried an elf costume in your
It's
collection?
not, actually. We've been lucky enough to have a couple of these over the years, and that sort of helped inform us as to the number that we think that are out there. So we've sold 3 in total.
Okay.
I think this one has an auction estimate of about £100,000, but the last one we sold, actually, which was during the pandemic period, so there was that sort of inflated element of what was happening
Lots
within
more
auctions.
love. Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
but that sold for $270,000.
Wow.
So it's really exciting whenever we see one of these, and all of them have their own intricacies, and this one is great. And what I really love about this is the fact that it screen matches a really, really memorable sequence in the film.
Which scene?
It's the Empire State Building when he gets into the lift and presses all those buttons because he wants to make it into a Christmas tree lights.
You sold those Christmas lights a couple of years
We did,
ago.
yeah.
I replicated them.
Oh, really?
I took pictures of that panel. I called up Dupar, the makers of those elevator buttons. I bought 82 of them, and I
Man.
manufactured my own elf panel. It's a Christmas decoration in my house now.
You are dedicated.
Oh,
through
I
and through.
totally am. So this is part of that scene when he...
This is exactly right. And so we managed to match up this sort of intricate work that's embroidery work here that's on the front of the costume. The costume also has labels throughout. So we have Mr. Ferrell labels in, I think it's in the collar in the back of the jacket. There's also a note in the shoes. I think there's something in the belt or maybe the pants. The hat we should call out though is replica.
Okay.
So that's been custom made specifically. It's actually the wife of one of the guys who works for Prop Store. She's
Oh.
an amazing cosplay costume maker, and we sent out the tunic to go with it so that she could get as close as possible to the original colors, the original fabrics.
Her dyeing is fantastic.
It's good.
That is spectacular.
Yeah, we went through
work.
a number of samples to get that color right.
I can imagine.
Which just finishes it off nicely. But the costume has also got great provenance. It originated from the producer of the film, John Berg. So it came from that, went to public auction a number of years ago. And here it is back again, and it's so much fun. I mean, we have so much fun with this. You always get so much engagement with this whenever you roll it out.
Well, I mean, one of the things that is the hidden gems of covering these kinds of objects is that obviously they're windows into the movie that was made, but they're also a much deeper window into the production choices that were made and the type of atmosphere the director created on set. Elf, we know, is a deeply loving film. Elf loves you, wants you to enjoy it. And you see this costume, and this costume sort of has all the values of Elf. It is lovingly made. There's nothing not hand done about the flowers and gold stitched down the front of this tunic. Whoever did this was like absolutely putting their heart into it, and you can feel it.
Yeah, you really can. And it's interesting actually when we talk about the sort of design aesthetic for this, because I believe that when they went into production with this, and they were already into production with this, that they had some concerns about how close this was to a copyrighted property.
Oh, fair.
And I believe that there is actually a blue elf costume out there, Buddy the Elf costume out there, was what they started with. And then they moved into the green that we know today, which I think would be so foreign if we saw it in blue, wouldn't
agree. I can also, I've stood next to a lot of costumes in this room with you, but I've rarely felt so much of the character coming out of the costume at me. I can imagine that Will Ferrell put this on and was like, oh yes, yes, here we are, right? This costume brings you into the thing. I mean,
just
like
into the character straight away. You're
even
absolutely
just
right.
the beautiful rabbit fur up here on the collar and the cuffs, the turned up shoes, the leather
I know,
shoes.
aren't they
Oh my
beautiful?
goodness,
Those
look at these
curly-toed
beauties.
shoes. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, and they're
They're
like
magical.
they're like Chelsea boots. Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Yeah.
I heard years ago from a costumer that the shoes are often the first things the actors see of a costume because they like to get them several weeks before filming so they can wear them in and not
really?
tear up their feet.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he wandered around with these for
Right,
a
I
few
see
weeks before
Will
filming.
Ferrell moving around LA with these. Only he could get away with it.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, great film. A loved character. I think it's an enduring title. It's going to be around for many years. We get it out and watch it every year. I mean, without fail, at least once. It's got to be up there, right at the top of the Christmas list.
It's a spectacular piece, and we've got a little go with over here from your collection.
A little elf on the shelf. Yeah. No, this is a fun thing actually. This turned up a number of years ago, and as soon as it surfaced, I was like, yeah, I've got to grab this for my collection. So obviously, it's not a puppet. It wasn't actually used for filming as a stop motion animation or anything like that.
Okay.
This is actually a product within the film. So if you remember at the end of the film, where we're back in the store, and he's telling the kid's story, and he's surrounded by all the merch. The elf merch. This is one of those toys that was made as merchandise, as a merchandise prop within it.
Amazing. That is incredible. And what a great piece of the narrative to have.
Yeah.
I believe I know what the base of this might be.
Right.
Well, because the legs move. Like you said, it's not a puppet, but it's also not necessarily a posable doll.
No, it's definitely articulated, isn't it?
In the early 2000s, they came out with a set of kind of ragdolly plastic dolls of NSYNC.
Right.
And the reason I know this, I'm a fan of NSYNC, but that's not why I know it. The reason I know this is we use those all the time on Mythbusters as scale human analogs because they had movable joints.
Right.
So I think maybe they just replaced Justin Timberlake's face with a sculpt of Buddy the Elf.
It could well be the case. I think you're absolutely right. And maybe the hands have been replaced as well. They
Those look much more refined than the ones
yeah.
that were on those.
But it would make sense. Again, you know, the prop department are going to be looking the path of least resistance. How fast can they do it? How cheap can they do it?
Totally.
Why not just use a doll that's off the shelf and then just drop in all the relative components? But I think you only see a handful of these in shot. There were probably no more than half a dozen would have made, and I've never seen another one. So it's just great to have it.
That's lovely. I love that you're teasing the public with a piece of your collection. But we were upstairs having lunch and we realized, we got to bring this down and bring it next to the suit again.
Well, I'm a collector through and through, and back in 2006, I bought one of these from New Line Cinema. I had one in my collection. Wow. So yeah, I mean, it was part of my collection for a while. Not this specific costume, but certainly one of them. So yeah, no, I love this stuff, and especially for this film title as well.
It's a spectacular piece. I can't get enough of just staring at this beautiful embroidery. The auction is happening soon.
It is. It's live and online right now, and then it culminates in the live auction that takes place on December the 5th. Friday, December the 5th, and then the subsequent 2 days after that as well for online activity. But yeah, jump on in and take a look at the full catalogue, 1,300 lots.
Amazing. Stephen, thank you so much. Thanks, buddy. Thank you guys so much for watching. One of my favorite things we make in our Tested store are demerit badges. These are like scout badges, but for screwing stuff up, because screwing up is not just a part of the making process, it is intrinsic to it, and we like to celebrate that. We've got 27 so far in the Supervisors bundle that you can go buy right now by clicking on the link in the description, but we also have a booster pack of some brand new patches. This is the demerit badge for burning off your eyebrow. I am proudly sewing that to all of my clothes. This is the demerit badge for having a messy workbench, which I do not get today. My workbench is super clean. And we have new octagonal patches that are, merit badges. This is the merit badge for sweeping up your shop. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. And this, oh my God, this is great. This is the merit badge for creating a clean space on your bench. Hey, we got to take our successes where they come and meet them there. Go to the tested-store.com or adamsavage.com to buy any of these, or click on a link in the description.